defend yourselves at all times, boys. Okay, touch gloves. Good luck to you both.
So they're scheduled for 10 at heavyweight.
You know, Frazer isn't going to bring anything to this fight that David Allen has. Step up from the class that Big Frazer's been fighting as a professional.
Lead left hand just a second ago. He does offer you the body to an extent, just tucking
A lot of different looks. The hands are sometimes high, way above his head. Sometimes they're
a bit better.
Big Frazer just wants to keep it long, keep him on the jet.
feel what his best shots are.
And Clarke is stepping into the body. He's just set his feet at the beginning of the round and looked for that kind of long right.
In the angle at right hand, his head and body now. Sometimes it comes up through the middle, right up.
There's, you know, Allen's trying to get a bit of work, trying to force a pace in 10-9 anyway, so he's got to try and back the round, but constantly conserve energy for the later.
String heat of your call back in June. Won every round there. But in terms of the gas tank, anybody would in those conditions. And getting through that would have done plenty.
Little smile there from Frazer Clarke. And if there's any whispering going, squatters.
Looking to the left uppercut almost. Things in this second round. Jab gets through there from Allen. He hasn't had much success though. This one, Manchester and this arena in particular, really ambitious so far. But there's a plan here, and he lets that one go again. And that
First few rounds, as long as they're making Frazer work harder than he wants to.
good up was pushed back into the ropes from Clarke, but Allen's already looking a bit more aggressive actually. Let's start the big overhand right.
Yeah, he's landed that loopy overhand right. Comes in.
Yeah, and as I was saying,
Trying to get his own jab off. Clarke just pouring a little bit. Very. He's taking these and trying to get. And the belt line, the top of the belt line is below the top of the protector, so anything that hits the belt is absolute.
He will have an effect.
Big right hand over the top.
yeah, he did, and he got close a couple of times, and I agree with George.
Side, it'll be interesting to see what's next for him. At heavyweight, Israel going the distance, coming up from cruiserweight. And Gray, David Allen, an experienced campaigner. Stone difference between the pair of them, just under, in favour of Frazer Clarke. That right hand looks a bit low to me, to be honest. Allen wasn't too happy about that. Lyson couldn't really have seen that one. Clarke looked for a right.
Coming in now. Allen, the smaller guy, but just great right.
At the top, but he comes in diagonally almost. And there he goes again, just crabbing in at that.
He almost kind of steps into the southpaw position.
I'm looking for the uppercut. He's trying a few different moves on Clarke, but Clarke stayed nice and compact.
There's that looping right hand, kind of. Yeah, decent shot.
And again there, he really put them, and he's winning these rounds, and he's looking nice and solid. He's keeping his composure. He's not doing anything.
And distance, but he's better off keeping it at the sort of mid to long range. Stiffen the legs of Allen in front of him with the jab, and then
with it.
So heading up towards the midway point of the fight, and solid though the chin of David Allen has always been. He's taken one over here, and there's a little bit of blood coming from the left corner of the left, of course, of last week. It might just be a little bit of a transfer of blood that. Again, now he's claiming a low, and he's got plenty to say to Mark Lyson. Let's go down ringside to Andy. The foul. I'm not going to get into it at length because it's been talked about enough, but that left a low blow, and the referee's taking a point here, and I think he's just doing it. Longer. And he's got... And again, and another point goes, and he's quite simply, he has got to get
2 points up. I'd stay away from the body now.
looking for the ups, but he's had a 2-point deduction there, and Allen this time, without the point deductions, they will come off automatically, and that's always the best thing to do with the inside, and it'll get taken off at the end. Long right hand there. And just to remind people as well, 2 points have gone for the same thing here for Frazer. He'll have to disqualify, and that is not something that's ever in referee. He could take 10 points off him for the same thing if he wants to. Great uppercut.
Bit more volume from Clarke.
Well, that was low. That was absolutely low. Already taken a couple off him. And Frazer Clarke has got to be really careful here. Really, really low.
I mean, it's hard sometimes here not to blow those body shots.
Nice 1-2 there. Very close with. Landed, and then he just looks to try and sling that right hand in around the back of the guard, and he's put close. This is the first one. Look at that belt, it's on top of the protector. So that leather belt is on top of the protector. That is a foul. That protector, David Allen, I think, has retired in the corner, essentially, as he was on his way to, was had. And that is a retirement. Congratulations. He walks back to the corner, a little bit of a shake of head, and then you can see him just working that jaw that it's over. 6 rounds in.
Referee Mark Lyson calls a stop to this contest. Frazer